Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people, and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Welcome to R.A. Faginal Hall for today's men's basketball game featuring the visiting Fontbonne University Griffins and your Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Griffins of Fontbonne University. 5'11" freshman, number 4, Cody Ettinger. 6 foot tall junior, number 15, Sumner Ahern. 6 foot 5" sophomore, number 32, Jared Greenlee. 6 foot 8" freshman, number 33, Brian DeGeer. And 6 foot 4" freshman, number 34, Orkin Bakis. The Griffins are coached by Scott Schaefer and enter today's game with an overall record of 1-5. And now the starting lineup for your Elmhurst College Blue Jays. 6 foot 2" freshman, number 10, Tucker Harlan. 6 foot 1" sophomore, number 20, Kyle Weeks. 6 foot 5" senior, number 23, Taylor Baxter. 6 foot 5" senior, number 25, Nick Sanford. And 6 foot 7" sophomore, number 52, Will Nixon. A special welcome to the St. John's Lutheran boys basketball team and their parents for helping us with the introductions tonight. The Blue Jays are coached by John Baines, assisted by Chris Martin, Scott Campbell, and Josh Rushbrook. Elmhurst enters today's game with an overall record of 5-2.
And we welcome you to R.A. Faginal Hall. We thank you so much for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. My name is Mark Kruger, the second game of our doubleheader here on BlueJayTV.com. It's the men of Elmhurst College taking on the Griffins of Fontbonne University. Elmhurst at 5-2. The Blue Jays riding a 5-game winning streak. Fontbonne 1-5. Brian DeGeer and Will Nixon to jump center. Elmhurst in their sky blue home jerseys, the Griffins in their traveling black. Tip up and controlled by the Blue Jays. Tucker Harlan, the freshman, brings it up. Kyle Weist, Taylor Baxter, Nick Sanford, and Will Nixon, the starting 5 for head coach John Baines and the Blue Jays. Baxter got cut off. Nixon back out to Harlan. Back into Nixon. Good ball movement. Open 15-footer by Baxter is no good. And the ball's ripped down by Fontbonne. Very young Griffins basketball team. Cody Ettinger is a freshman. Summer Ahern is a junior. Jared Greenlee is a sophomore. Brian DeGeer is a freshman. Orkin Bakis is a freshman. The drive by Ettinger is no good. The putback, though, by Jared Greenlee. And the Griffins are on the board for the first time here this afternoon, 2-0. Opening moment of this game between the Blue Jays and the Griffins. Nixon handing it off to Weist. Kyle on the drive before the shot. Blocking foul is going to be called, so the Blue Jays will inbound it. Orkin Bakis. The foul. Take another look at the drive by Weist, and there you see the body contact up top by Bakis. Here's Weist again with the drive, pulls up, little off balance, shot is good. Kyle Weist evens things up at 2. By the way, Orkin Bakis is from Izmir, Turkey. And that ball goes out of bounds off of Bakis. Bakis not liking that call, but the Blue Jays are going to get it. Here's another look at it. Bakis and Weist battling for it. And yeah, well, they're saying it went off the leg of Bakis. I think that's a pretty good call. Minute and a half gone by here in this ball game. Shot by Harlan, open 15-footers, no good. Tapped around, taken down by the Griffins. Taking it all the way, oh, beautifully blocked by Nixon. Will got up. Harlan giving it off to Sanford. Nick brings it out. Weiss driving, leans in. Well, that was an off-balance shot, but there's Sanford trying to get a hold of it. Passes it off to Weiss, who couldn't handle it. Griffins on the attack, they got the numbers, 3-on-2. Open look, going up for the dunk was DeGear, but he got fouled by Nick Sanford. Take a look, the Griffins doing a pretty good job of running the floor. Nice pass there on the wing to Brian DeGear. And so DeGear will have 2 shots. Freshman averaging just over 4 points per game out of Crystal City, Missouri. Brian's second free throw is good, so he's got the 2 free throws, and it's 4-2 in favor of Fontbonne. Points per game, Elmhurst averaging a little over 75 points per game. Fontbonne just under 72 points per contest. Weiss giving to Sanford. Sanford back over to Weiss. Kyle will launch up the 3. It's short, but there's Sanford with an offensive rebound. Nick brings it back out. Baxter from 18. Top of the key is good. Taylor Baxter with his first field goal, and we're tied at 4. Just about 3 minutes gone by here in this first half. Baxter with the block, but they're going to call a foul on Taylor. Boy, it looked like he got the all ball, but he may have gotten some body contact. And they're calling before the shot anyway, so it's the second team foul for the Blue Jays. Shot off the glass is good by Cody Ettinger, the freshman. 6-4 in favor of Fontbonne. So the Griffins off to a good start here. The 1-5 Griffins against the 5-2 Blue Jays. Backdoor cut, Baxter with the layup. Nice bounce pass by Nick Sanford. And we're tied at 6. Ahern drives right baseline, got cut off. Out for the 3 is Brian DeGear. So Brian nailing the 3. He's got 5, 6'8" freshman with some range. 9-6 in favor of Fontbonne. Nice skip pass. Harlan's shot is no good. Rebound taken down by Backus. Ahern with a nice bounce pass inside to Greenlee. Greenlee makes the move, fades. Boy, that was good defense there by Nixon. Weiss tried to get it inside to Nixon. Running the other way, Backus in the open floor. Nice block again by Nixon. Baxter with a spin move, and he lays it short. Sanford got the rebound, though. Bounce pass inside to Nick. He goes up and got hammered from behind. So Nick Sanford will come to the line. Boy, Nick does a great job of hitting the offensive glass, doing all the dirty work. You see the drive there by Harlan, a nice bounce pass to Nick, and he gets hit from behind by Cody Ettinger, his first. It's the second team foul, and so Nick Sanford will be at the line here to shoot 2 for the Blue Jays. Sanford hits the first. He'll have one more coming. Bryant Ackerman into the game for the Blue Jays. Also Pat Coleman in as well for John Baines. Again, John Baines' first year as the head coach. He was a longtime assistant to Mark Scher, head coach for the Blue Jays, who retired last year. Sanford hits the 2 free throws. And the Blue Jays are within 1. Also into the game for Elmhurst is number 22, Eric Crittenden, sophomore out of Crete, Illinois. Backus inside, an offensive foul is going to be called on Orkin Backus, and that is his second. So Steve Schaefer, who is the head coach of Fontbonne in his second year as the head coach. Here, let's take another look at it as you see the charge against Backus. Inside, and the shot is good by Nixon. Will got excellent position, and when he gets the ball there down low, that little half hook shot is almost unstoppable. Blue Jays capture the lead here now, 10-9. Skip pass over here to DeGear. His three is off the mark. Ball is loose. Couple of Blue Jays battling for it, and it'll go out of bounds to Fontbonne. Steve Schaefer, the head coach for Fontbonne, a local guy. He was a former assistant at Benedictine University in Lisle before he got the head coaching job a couple years ago at Fontbonne. DeGear, oh, a beautiful block that time by Crittenden. But they're going to call a foul on Eric. Boy, again, it looked like he got all ball. Here, let's take a look at it. He goes up. All right, he got some body contact there, maybe after the block. So Brian DeGear to the line here where he will shoot two. First one is good. 6 quick points so far for Brian DeGear. Yada Demise into the game, number 5 for Fontbonne. Demise is a 6'2" senior out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And DeGear cannot connect on the second free throw, so we're deadlocked at 10. 14:38 remaining here in this first half. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action. And by the way, happy holidays from all of us here at BlueJayTV.com. To you and your family, a safe and healthy, happy holiday season, as that three by Baxter is off the mark. Coming up on the 14-minute mark of this first half. Bounce pass down low to Greenlee. Waits for traffic to clear, now makes the move, fades. Back iron, no good. Here comes Elmhurst. This is Ackerman coming away with it. Ackerman takes it all the way, blocked from behind. Nixon with the follow-up, counted, and the foul. And Will come to the line looking to complete the three-point play for the Blue Jays. Take another look, there's the block from behind. Nixon getting it back, however, putting it in and getting the foul. So Baxter is going to come out of the game. Colin Roy into the game, a 6'3" freshman out of Bartlett. Went to Wheaton Academy. Coach Baines with a very, very deep bench here. Foul, by the way, was on Demise as Nixon completes the three-point play. Will has 5 points, and he's going to check out of the game as Mike Jerkovic comes in to replace Will. 13:57 remaining. The Blue Jays by 3. 13-10. Demise holding up top. Here's DeGear. DeGear leans in. Oh, puts up a blind shot. Just a wild shot. Blue Jays have the numbers 4-on-2 and taking it all the way, but getting fouled. Eric Crittenden. Boy, Eric very aggressive, 6'7" sophomore. He went to Marian Catholic. Here's another look at it as he takes it in. Tail end of it, getting the foul. Marian Catholic, of course, very, very tough this year. Saw them play earlier this year. And the free throw is good by Crittenden. He'll have one more here. 13:38 remaining here in this first half. 14-10. Blue Jays with the lead. Eric can't connect on the second free throw. 13:35 remaining in the first half. Ettinger kicks it out to DeGear, back to Ettinger. Oh, beautiful move. Going to the left hand is Darius Rucker. Darius Rucker coming off the bench, doing a nice job. Sophomore out of Florissant, Missouri. Blue Jays turn the ball over. So Fontbonne now with an opportunity to tie it, or they can take the lead with a 3. Again, a young team, 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and a junior in the starting lineup for the Griffins. Drive by Rucker, and on the drive, he got fouled before the shot. It's going to be the 4th team foul for the Blue Jays. They're going to call the foul on Michael Jerkovic, his first. Again, the 4th team foul. 5 team fouls on Fontbonne, and we've played 7 minutes of this game. Ettinger's 3 is off. DeGear gets it, though. The hook shot, no, and the rebound taken down by Ackerman. Three-ball attempt. That one is no good. Ettinger with the rebound. Rucker, the nice move, kicks it out. DeGear will take the shot. Rimming, no. Ball is loose, and now it's finally taken down by Ackerman. Bryant still looking, pushing it up. Count the bucket, and the foul on the fadeaway by Eric Crittenden. So Eric doing a nice job coming off the bench here, looking for some more playing time as he gets the ball, goes to the other side of the rim, fades away the contact, and now a chance to complete the three-point play. Foul is on Brian DeGear, his first. Free throw cannot go for Eric. 4-point lead for the Blue Jays, 16-12. We're coming up on the 12-minute mark of this one. First half. Demise over here to DeGear. Up top to Ahern. 17 on the shot clock. DeGear will take the turnaround. That's no good. But an offensive rebound by Rucker and a whistle. And it looked like he was out of bounds. Nick Sanford back into the game, number 25 for the Blue Jays. Take another look at it here and we'll see. Okay, right there, yep. The official right there to make the call. Four-point lead here for the Blue Jays. Coleman got double teamed. Nick Sanford's wide open for the layup. Good execution that time by the Blue Jays as they got out of the double team. They found the open man, and Sanford got the layup as a result. 6-point lead for the Blue Jays. It's their biggest lead of the game. Rucker drives, got cut off nicely by Sanford. Behind the back dribble by Ettinger. He loses it. Ball is loose, and now we got the scrum, if you will, and a held ball, and alternate possession will go to the Griffins. Take another look. Behind the back dribble by Ettinger and a nice reach in. Now the ball is loose. Now bodies are flying everywhere. And as a result, it's going to be a held ball. And the Griffins will have 10 seconds to shoot. We're back live. Hey, we thank you so much for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. If you just logged on, as that hook shot is good by Greenlee. He's got 4. This is the second game of our doubleheader here on BlueJayTV.com. The women earlier today were victorious over Fontbonne, 89-48. Melanie Schwartman had a game-high 27 points as Nick Sanford going to the reverse with the left hand. Nick with 6. And this, the men's game, the second game of our doubleheader. That one is loose, and it's picked up by Alex DeBack of Elmhurst. Coleman will pull it out and set the offense up. Wiest wide open in the left corner, and he drills it. Nothing but net for Kyle, and a timeout taken by Coach Steve Schaefer and Fontbonne here with 10:32 remaining in this first half. It's 22-14 in favor of Elmhurst. Well, we mentioned as we take another look at it here, as Wiest pops out there in the left corner, a little bit of defensive miscommunication there. You can't leave Kyle that wide open as he buries the three. 30-second timeout. Mentioned Elmhurst riding that 5-game winning streak after dropping their first 2 games of the season. Blue Jays have rattled off 5 straight, including a 72-68 win over Trine University last Sunday. Elmhurst outscored Trine 6-2 over the game's final 2 minutes to earn the victory. Wiest led the Blue Jays with 15 points. He did a real nice job defensively as well. Kenny Payon came off the bench and scored 11. Will Nixon was in double figures with 10. Sanford had 9 points. He pulled down a game-high 16 rebounds in that ball game against Trine. And they're off to a pretty good start here this afternoon against Fontbonne. 12 on the shot clock here for the Griffins. Ahern holding up top, guarded by Coleman. 5 on the shot clock. Ahern, good reach in by Coleman, and they get it off at the buzzer, and it's Wiest coming away with it. Coach Baines saying, go, go, push the ball up the floor. Wide open shot by Sanford, in and out. Rebound pulled out by Greenlee. Boy, that was halfway down the rim, and then it came out. 8-point lead for the Blue Jays. That three is good by Yada Damise. Damise with the 3 ball to bring his Griffins to within 5, 22-17. Coleman pulls up from 12. Back iron, no good. Sanford with the offensive rebound. Another one, and he puts it in. 8 points for Nick Sanford, and he's got about 6 or 7 rebounds, so he's well on his way to a double-double here this afternoon. Ahern drives, and Coleman fouled him. Blocking foul on Pat, that's his first. It's the 5th team foul. Taylor Baxter into the game, along with Tucker Harlan. Also Will Nixon back in after those 3 starters got a pretty good breather. Take a look at the drive, and there's the blocking foul they're going to call right there on Coleman. Damise now finally gets it into Greenlee. Just under 9 minutes to go here in this first half. Non-conference battle between Elmhurst and Fontbonne. Fontbonne out of the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. And of course Elmhurst out of the tough CCIW Conference. Griffins turn the ball over. Fontbonne, by the way, located in St. Louis, Missouri. 4-year liberal arts private Catholic institution. Enrollment of about 2,300. Wiest drives, right baseline this time, lays it too softly off the glass. Sanford keeps it alive, however. Nixon loses it. Sanford battling for it. We got a whistle and a traveling violation called against Blake Welch of Fontbonne. And so Elmhurst will get the ball back. See all the action down low. You see Sanford and Welch battling for it, and they're saying that Welch turned, and so he traveled. Eight minutes remaining. First half. Baxter has the ball stolen by DeGear. Good quick hands that time by Brian DeGear. Here's Brian from the free throw line, backs in, goes to the left hand, no good. Nixon knocked it out of bounds, but, oh, they're giving the ball to the Blue Jays. I thought Will Nixon knocked the ball out of bounds. But Elmhurst will get the ball here. 7:36 remaining here in this first half. It's the Blue Jays by 7. Baxter kicks it out. Here's Wiest. He'll launch up the three, and he will hit it. Kyle Wiest. 7 points for Kyle. Coming off of that 15-point effort last week against Trine, and there's a steal by Baxter. Here's Wiest. Wiest stops from behind the arc, gives it off to Sanford, lays it in, and a timeout taken by Coach Schaefer and the Fontbonne Griffins here. As Elmhurst has opened things up now, they lead it by 12, 29-17 over the Griffins of Fontbonne. Blue Jays doing a great job of running the floor that time. Kyle Wiest kind of hesitated from behind the arc, found a streaking Nick Sanford, and Nick laid it in. Sanford already in double figures. He's got 10 points and a whole bunch of rebounds. Here's the open three ball by Kyle Wiest as he drills it. 3 of his 7 points. And now in transition, you see Kyle stopping from behind the arc, spotting Nick Sanford, and Nick laying it in, and that forcing the Griffins to call a timeout here. 29-17 in favor of the Blue Jays. This, by the way, the 7th meeting between the Blue Jays and the Griffins. Elmhurst is a perfect 6-0 when they face Fontbonne. Series dates back to the 1998-1999 season, and the last time these two faced each other was during the 2009-2010 season. Elmhurst defeated Fontbonne then 91-67. That was back on December 8th, 2009. So we'll see if the Blue Jays can stay perfect in their season series against the Griffins. Demise still dribbling, takes it all the way and lays it in. Yada Sami, check that. That's number 11, Dallas Haywood. And back at the other end, a whistle and a foul is going to be called against Fontbonne. Beautiful bounce pass to Nixon, and he got fouled from behind there by Greenlee. So Nixon will shoot 2. It's the 7th team foul of the half for the Griffins. Will hits the free throw. He's got 6. He'll have 1 more. Good start to this first half and this ball game here for Will Nixon. He's got 7, and it's 31-19 in favor of the Blue Jays. Three ball attempt by Bakis is long, and on the rebound, there's a whistle and a foul. Foul is going to be on Elmhurst. Will, he's going to get called for the foul there as he, well, there was contact between him and Greenlee, and they're going to hit Nixon with the personal foul. That one really could have went either way. But Will is going to get called for the foul. It's only the 6th team foul of the half. Shot by Greenlee is good. Jared Greenlee with his 3rd field goal. And it's a 10-point lead for the Blue Jays, 31-21 as we come up on the 6-minute mark of this first half. Finally gives it up to Ackerman. Harlan will pull up from the elbow. That one is no good. Tipped around, though. Harlan gets it back and a new 35-second shot clock as the ball is knocked away and out of bounds by Dallas Haywood. Blue Jay basketball with 33 on the shot clock. 5:40 on the game clock. Ackerman looking to get it in now, finally does, to Harlan. Spin move, and the lean-in shot is no good by Eric Crittenden. But Eric is going to get fouled. Boy, Eric really takes it strong to the hoop. Really like that. Take a look at him. Here he goes. There's a spin move. Kind of a head fake there. Leans in. Draws the contact, and he'll come to the line here to shoot 2. Foul, by the way, was on Blake Welch. Pat Coleman back in for the Blue Jays. Eric will have one more. That one no good, but it's tipped out of bounds by Fontbonne. It'll be Blue Jay basketball here. So a break for Elmhurst. The lead is 10. 5:27 remaining here in the first half. Mark Kruger and our entire crew, we thank you so much for logging on, and happy holidays from all of us here at BlueJayTV.com. Off the glass, nicely done by Pat Coleman. Beautiful shot. And it's 33-21. Blue Jays by 12, their biggest lead of the game. Backus, boy, that's a tough shot, but he got it to go. Orkin Backus, off balance, one-hander. Lead back down to 10. And a steal and a foul is going to be called on Will Nixon as he reached for the ball. That's his second. And it's the 7th team foul, so it's going to be a bonus situation. 1 and the bonus coming up. As you take another look at the reach around and the steal, and there's the contact there by Will Nixon. As Dallas Haywood went to the floor. So Dallas is going to shoot 1 and the bonus here. First free throw is nothing but net by Dallas. He'll have one more. Dallas, a freshman out of Chicago, went to Brooks Academy. Speaking of Dallas, as that second free throw is no good, the Blue Jays are gonna face the University of Dallas on New Year's Eve right here at R.A. Fagenal Hall at 3 o'clock tip-off. Sure, the Blue Jays would have liked to had a road game for that one. They would love to play at the University of Dallas. As that 3 ball is good by Pat Coleman. So Coleman with 5. The lead is back up to 12, 36-24. Of course, the Blue Jays will open up as Haywood dribbled it out of bounds there, turning the ball over. The Blue Jays will open up CCIW play at the beginning of the year, January 2014. More specific, January 4th against Illinois Wesleyan University right here at R.A. Fagenal Hall. 4 o'clock is the tip-off. Illinois Wesleyan, by the way, off to a good non-conference start to the season, 5-1. Augustana is 6-1. Those two teams will figure to be tough in the CCIW, along with Elmhurst, Carthage, and North Central. It's going to be a tough conference again this year, as it is every year. 3-ball attempt by Welch, score it, and he was fouled by Ackerman. So a rare opportunity for Blake Welch. He's going to try to get a 4-point play. Take another look at it. You see Welch is wide open, and Ackerman on the closeout. As you see the contact there after the shot. So Welch hits the 3. Baxter is going to come out of the game here. Colin Roy into the game, replacing Baxter here at the 3:47 mark. Welch connects on the free throw, and he completes the 4-point play. And it's just an 8-point lead now for Elmhurst, 36-28. 3:36 to go first half. Michael Jerkovic into the game, number 40, as he gives it to Ackerman, leaves it short. Backus with the rebound. Here's Bakis. He'll fire up the three. Front rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Roy. Coleman pushing it up. Jerkovic from the elbow, back of the iron. That one is off, and the rebound taken down by Welch. Welch on Coleman, leaves it short. Ackerman saves it, gives it to Coleman. Under 3 minutes to go. You may have heard Coach Baines working around. It's what they do. Ackerman will take the shot. No good. And it went off of who? Looks like it went off of an Elmhurst player, they're saying, so it's Fontbonne basketball. 2:44 left to go, first half. Eight-point lead for the Blue Jays. Oh, reach in by Coleman, almost got it. And now we're going to have what? Oh, a timeout taken, a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Schaefer. Nice reach in and a near steal by Pat Coleman, forcing Fontbonne to take a 30-second timeout. Take another look at it here. Watch the quick hands of Coleman as he reaches in, almost got the pick, and then the ball's on the floor, and right there is when Fontbonne calls a timeout when they clearly had possession. Talked about Fontbonne bringing a 1-5 record into today's contest. Griffins dropped their first 4 games of the season. Griffins split their last 2 contests. They beat Blackburn 90-52 on December 4th. And then they lost 78-60 to Webster last Saturday. Brian DeGeer led the Griffins with 15 points and 10 rebounds in that loss to Webster. 2.5 minutes left to go, first half. Jerkovic may have gotten away with a little bit of a push as the Blue Jays get the ball on the turnover. Coleman will pull up from 15. Back of the iron, a little too strong. Here comes Ahern. And the foul is going to be called as Welch got fouled taking it to the hoop. Ackerman is going to be called with the foul. That is his second. Good job in transition by Fontbonne. They ran the floor well. And as a result, Welch is going to come to the free throw line and shoot a couple here. Welch hits the free throw. Take another look there at the very end. You see the contact by Ackerman. Welch connects on the free throw to make it 36-30. Griffins are hanging around. 6-point lead with just 2 minutes to go, first half. Wiest. Sanford got cut off. Wide open look by Baxter, and he buries the three. Oh, the Blue Jays were in need of a field goal, and Taylor Baxter answers. He connects with the triple, and the Blue Jays lead is back up to 9, 39-30. That was a big bucket. Trying to answer at the other end with a 3 of his own, and he does. That's Blake Welch. Welch with 9, and just like that, the lead is back down to 6. Baxter drives this time, kicks it out. Sanford from 15, nope, and it's knocked out of bounds by Jerkovic. It'll be Fontbonne basketball. So with 1:14 remaining, the Griffins can cut this lead down to 4, or they can cut it in half with a 3-ball. Hanging around are the Griffins, and that's what you want to do if you're on the road. Hang around and give your team a chance to win at the end. Under a minute now to go, first half. Bakis picked up his dribble, got double teamed. And a foul is going to be called on Rucker. It's going to be the 10th team foul. Michael Yurkovich will get called with the foul. That's his second, so that'll bring Darius Rucker to the line here. There you see the fake by Rucker, and yeah, there's the block by Michael. So Rucker to the line to shoot 2. Double bonus situation here for Fontbonne. As Darius hits the first free throw, he'll have one more. One of 2 from the line. The lead is 5 for the Blue Jays. 40 seconds remaining in the half. Coleman brings it out. Up top here is Baxter. Wiest to the near side. Skip pass over to Sanford. He drives, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Darius Rucker. It's the 9th team foul, so Nick Sanford will come to the line here. He'll shoot 1 and the bonus. Rucker's first personal foul. And so Nick Sanford to the line where he is a perfect 2 for 2 from the foul line. He's got 10 points so far in this game. And now make it 11. There you see, he gets the ball at the elbow, makes the drive. Rucker with a little bit of body contact. And the officials, rightly so, calling the foul on Rucker. 28 seconds remaining, so no shot clock. Fontbonne will undoubtedly go for the last shot. As Sanford hits the 2 free throws, Nick has a dozen. 41-34, a 7-point Blue Jay lead. Haywood holding up top, guarded loosely by Baxter. Clock winding down, 8 seconds to go. Haywood still dribbling, now gets it off to DeGear. Fake the 3, now DeGear gets it back. He launches a 3, and he drills it. Brian DeGear, boy, nice pass by Dallas Haywood right back to DeGear. And Brian buries the triple, his second from downtown. He's got 9. And let's take another look at that last play here. DeGear, he got caught up in the air, but a nice pass by Haywood to give it right back to DeGear, knowing who the shooter is, and Brian drills the 3. So we are at halftime here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. We got a good one here, 41-37, Blue Jays on top of the Griffins. We'll take this timeout and come back with second half action. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
College only happens once. You need to know what you're getting into. That's why we made this video. We wanted to give you an idea of what you might choose to get into at Elmhurst College. We went around the campus with a camera for a full school year and asked people what they thought about the place. We didn't plant anybody and we didn't script anything. We just asked questions. We started at new student orientation.
I chose Elmhurst because the campus is really nice, first off. I like it a lot, and it's really close to Chicago. I like Chicago.
The reason why I chose to come here is the smart classes and the atmosphere. The people here are friendly, and I just love it.
Nicest campus I've seen anywhere. Like, I visited a lot of other schools, but, I mean, this one just had, like, all the trees. They had the atmosphere.
Here, I'll say all the the people I've met have been really, really friendly.
It's a beautiful campus.
It's a beautiful campus. Lots of plants, lots of friendly people, and they're just so helpful. Like everyone wants to help you out to get to where you need to be.
Come on in, everybody. It's good to have you here.
It's just going to be a fun year all together, meet lots of people, hang out, go downtown a lot.
Now it's time to kick off the school year. That means going to class. You've been doing that for years already, but classes at Elmhurst are a little different.
If you've never experienced something, you can definitely get into it and experience it here at Elmhurst.
It's an open environment. Anywhere you go, you're going to get that opportunity just to better yourself. When you're in the large universities, you don't get that opportunity because you're just another student and they're just talking in front of you.
The class size is smaller, so you're not in a class of about like 600 people.
I know all of my professors by name, and what's better is they know me by name.
You can go to them and feel comfortable dropping them an email, stopping by their office during office hours and asking for help.
Every morning I wake up and I'm excited to see my students again. I love hearing them and their stories and getting to know them.
The opportunity to interact with faculty in a real meaningful way, whether it's in collaborative research, whether it's one-on-one, talking about aspects of the class in their offices, the availability, all those things are there.
Learning doesn't only take place in the classroom, but outside the classroom.
The lecturing style has sort of gone out of fashion. You do present some material, but you try for the students to discover the answers rather than providing them to the student.
It's a process, and we create that process every time, every class.
In business, they're not looking for people that have more accounting or more marketing. They're looking for people with what we consider the liberal learning skills.
You're going to be able to combine professional interests with a liberal arts education.
Elmhurst College is preparing me for my life experience later on after college, and it's a great environment to grow.
Elmhurst College gave me a chance to kind of sit back and evaluate the world at large, and then begin to say, okay, I could kind of see myself doing this.
Of course, all work and no play is no way to go through college. That's why we have special weekends like homecoming. Football is one of 18 varsity sports at Elmhurst. It's not the Big Ten. In a lot of ways, it's better.
But what separated Elmhurst College from every other institution that was looking to recruit me as a football player is Elmhurst College was more interested in me being a student athlete.
Knowing that I would be running cross country and track all 4 years, I think it's really helped me structure my educational career as well.
Being a student athlete takes up a lot of time, but it's a commitment that you really want to make.
What commitment do you want to make? You'll have your choice at Elmhurst.
There's over 100 different clubs and organizations on campus.
Elmhurst has something for everyone, there really is. I mean, whatever your interest is, it's here.
I've been involved in the music department, in the band, and now the orchestra. Intramural sports, or art, or music, or drama.
They have the Greek system here, and I really wanted to get involved.
Joining a fraternity, playing on the men's soccer team for 4 years.
You have so many opportunities to get your hands on things. You know, I was involved in union board and volleyball.
There's just a huge array that you can choose from.
You can definitely make a difference, definitely.
You can also make a difference far beyond the campus. Our study abroad program gives you a chance to experience the world. Elmhurst students study in 44 countries.
The first January I was here, I studied in France, and the second January I studied in India.
Back home, you'll enjoy all the advantages of going to college in Elmhurst, Illinois, a special suburb of a great city.
Downtown Elmhurst is walking distance, and there's so many things going on. We have the movie theater, there's restaurants, there's shopping.
The train station's right within walking distance, and you can always go to downtown Chicago.
About half-hour metro ride away. And so a lot of my friends will go downtown every few weekends and see what's down there. There's a lot of class trips that go downtown.
I like to go into the city and enjoy spending time there. It's something totally new and different for me.
One reason you're going to college is to prepare for a life of professional achievement. We'll help you to get the hands-on experience you need to really know your stuff.
If you're looking for a job or you're looking for an internship, they have so many connections to help you.
They want to help you junior and senior year to be able to get those internships and get those job opportunities.
It gives you an automatic network of people.
I work for WGN. I am a sports news intern.
I'm currently interning at Victory Records, which is downtown Chicago.
I'm a sales planning intern with the Kellogg Company.
I'm interning at Paramount Public Relations.
I'm currently interning with the Chicago Bears.
There's a lot of teamwork involved in my internship, so you really learn how to work with other people.
It's very hands-on.
Just being able to work with their players, like the guys you see on TV on Sunday, and just kind of finding out that they're just regular guys like everyone else. It's really been cool.
You're in a small school and then you have this opportunity in a big city, and I've met artists, been to concerts, and it's awesome.
Our job is to help students learn how to navigate and manage their own career when they graduate.
So that's Elmhurst College in about 7 minutes. We'll leave you with a few final thoughts from our students and faculty.
Those people who decide to come here simply say that there was a feeling about the campus. They said there's just something, they sense something more, like hey, I belong here.
Coming in here and making the connections with the people that I have, I know that even when I graduate, I'm still going to have these connections. I'm still going to have a home here even, 5, 10, 20 years down the road.
I'm sure there's other good schools out there too, but I think you'd have a hard time beating Elmhurst.
Your experience is going to really be what college ought to be.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people, and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life?
why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about like what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to like the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Welcome back to R.A. Fagnall Hall, along with Glenn Liljeberg and Phil Petrusik, Kevin Juday, Mark Kruger. Delighted that you could stay with us here on BlueJayTV.com. We are at halftime. Elmhurst leading by 4, 41-37 against Fontbonne, as we are about ready to begin second half action. Leading scorers in the game, Nick Sanford with 12. Will Nixon, Taylor Baxter, and Kyle Wiest each have 7 for the Blue Jays. Pat Coleman has 5. Eric Crittenden has 3. For the Griffins, Brian DeGeer and Blake Welch each have 9. Jared Greenlee has 6. Dallas Haywood and Darius Rucker, along with Yada Damise, each with 3. Backus and Ettinger with 2. So Kyle Wiest will inbound the basketball here. This is the second game of our doubleheader. The first game, you may have been logged on to see the women of Elmhurst knock off Fontbonne 89-48 behind 27 points from Melanie Schwartman. And right here in the nightcap, the men hoping to get the clean sweep here this afternoon from R.A. Fagnall Hall. Happy holidays, by the way, from all of us here at BlueJayTV.com. As the second half underway here from Elmhurst College. Baxter on the drive, getting fouled by Cody Ettinger. That's Cody's second. And so Baxter will come to the line for the first time here this afternoon. Ettinger not liking that foul, but looked like he got some body contact. Baxter will come to the line here. He will shoot 2. After this ball game, the Blue Jays will be on the road for a couple of games. Baxter 1 of 2, but there's Sanford with an offensive rebound and the putback. I tell you, that is something that he does so well, getting those offensive rebounds, even off of the free throws, just like that. Nick with 14 points, he's the game's high scorer here this afternoon. 3-ball attempt at the other end by Ahern. But there's Ettinger with the putback. Cody now with 4. Cody Ettinger listed at 5'11". How did he get that ball down low on the offensive rebound among the Giants down low? But he did. 44-39, 5-point lead for Elmhurst. Sanford, they're giving him that wide open jumper. Not today. Sanford drills it. He's got 16. (46-39). 7-point lead here for the Blue Jays. Opening moments of this second half. Nice turnaround shot by Brian DeGeer. Brian in double figures with 11. Nice little fadeaway that time. 5-point lead for the Blue Jays. Sanford from the free throw line now drives, goes off to the glass. Boy, he's made that move so many times in his career. Got it back, however. New 35-second shot clock for the Blue Jays. Harlan with the beautiful move, and the freshman with his first field goal of the game. Out of Washington, Illinois. Backus battling. Left-handed shot, no. Rebound taken down by Nixon. Nixon to Baxter. Blue Jays looking to push. Harlan. Back up top, Baxter. You can't leave him open. Wide open three, and he drills it. Baxter with 11. And the Blue Jays now lead is up to 10. A 10-4 run by Elmhurst to open up the second half. Oh my, they're gonna call Baxter with the foul. Edinger put up the shot, and I tell you, he may have gotten a little bit of Academy Award on that one as well. I mean, there was a little bit of contact. Watch it here as he puts up the shot. Baxter comes out, and I don't know if he deserved to fall back on his backside there, but nevertheless, it was a foul on Baxter, and Edinger is going to get 3 free throws because he was behind the arc. Take another look at the three by Baxter. Left wide open, nobody within 5 feet of him. And he'll shoot that one and bury it all day. Edinger hits all 3 of his free throws. Cody with 7. The Blue Jay lead is 7. 51-44. Wiest with the basketball. Here's Baxter. Wiest drives left baseline, skip pass over to Harlan. Harlan drives, he pushes it up, no. Rebound DeGeer. DeGeer gives it off to Ahern. Quickly up the other end, Greenlee working on Nixon. Fake, Greenlee, no. Sanford mistimed his jump. Kick it out to Backus, and he buries the triple. Orkin Backus with 5, and Coach John Baines wants and gets a full timeout here. So this young Griffins squad not going away. They're battling it hard here in the second half. They trail by only 4. You see Nick Sanford, he lost it. DeGeer kicked it out to Backus. Backus with the good look at the 3 ball. He drills it, and that puts the Griffins back to within 4. Well, they trailed at halftime by 4, did Fontbonne, 41-37. And now with 16:49 remaining in the game, they still trail by 4, 51-47. Well, the Blue Jays, they've been in some close games this year, with the exception of the 15-point win over Lawrence back on November 23rd. Elmhurst's other 6 games have all been decided by 5 points or less. As you take a look at the Blue Jay huddle there, the Blue Jays, they fell by 4 points to Webster and 5 points to Greenville to open up the season. And then they scored 1-point victories over Benedictine, a 1-point victory over Webster, 3-point win over Kalamazoo, and a 4-point victory last Saturday over Trine. So the Blue Jays have been winning close ball games. Hopefully they can pull away and win comfortably here this afternoon. They don't have to win another close one. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Mark Kruger and the crew, delighted to bring you all the action live from R.A. Fagnall Hall here in Elmhurst. 4-point lead for the Blue Jays, 51-47. against a very young but a very tough, gritty Fontbonne team. Inside to Nixon, and he can't lay it in. Baxter, though, with a putback. 13 for Taylor Baxter. The lead is 6 now for Elmhurst. See if we can get a stop here defensively. DeGear drives, kicks it out. Wide open look by Ahern. His three is no good, but there's DeGear with the rebound. His putback is good. Boy, Brian DeGear, he's got 13, showing all the moves. He's hit a couple of three balls. He's taken the ball strong to the hoop. He's got a nice game. Wiest for three, it's short. Nixon battling for the offensive rebound, but he can't handle it. The ball will go back to Fontbonne. Boy, both teams starting to get after it here now. As Coleman is into the game, replacing Tucker Harlan. Bryant Ackerman into the game as well for the Blue Jays, number 21. Still a 4-point lead here for Elmhurst, 53-49. 15:40 remaining in the game. Coleman with some pretty good defensive pressure. DeGear now holding up top, picks up his dribble. Ahern guarded by Coleman. Ahern drives all the way to the left hand, blocked by Nixon. Shot clock at 5. Three ball, no good by Backus. Here's Kyle coming away with it. Wiest pushing it up, comes to the free throw line, now backs it out. Sanford from the free throw line, it's good. Can't leave him open either from there. 18 on the game for Nick Sanford. He's the game's high scorer so far. 55-49, lead up to 6. Backus, bounce pass to Greenlee. No, but a foul. Kyle Wiest with a foul. That's his first. Only the second team foul, but it was in the act of shooting, so Greenlee will shoot 2. Greenlee with 6 points, all of them coming in the first half. Gets the free throw to go here. We'll take another look at it here. Nice bounce pass. Greenlee taking it to the hoop. You see Wiest going up, and on his way down, he chopped him on the arm, it looked like. Greenlee connects on both free throws, and it's still a 4-point lead. 55-51. Now some pressure in the backcourt, light pressure by the Griffins. Kyle Wiest brings it into the front court. Wiest still driving, takes it all the way and lays it in. Well, Kyle Wiest says, hey, if you're not going to cut me off, I'm going to continue driving. And he lays it in, and the Griffins turn the ball over here now. Kyle Wiest with 9. It's 57-51. Ackerman back to Wiest. Dumping it inside to Nixon. Lost control, and he's battling with Haywood. And the alternate, well, they're just going to say that Haywood was out of bounds, so it's going to be Elmhurst basketball here. Some moisture on the floor. They got a towel. And they're going to wipe things underneath the bucket. Clean up on aisle 3. Take another look at it here. Nixon had the position. Couldn't really quite hold on to the ball, however. Haywood came over and tried to strip it. And there you see, yeah, Haywood was out of bounds when he had his hand on the ball. So good call by the official. 22 on the shot clock. Get it into Ackerman. Up top here now is Nick Sanford. Wiest drives, leans in, draws the contact, and Kyle back to the free throw line. A little bit of a smile on Kyle's face right there, as he knew he had the defender in the air. Foul is on Brian DeGear. That's his second team foul of the half. So Kyle Wiest to the line for the first time in the game. looking to get into double figures. He now has 10. Good game for Kyle East, all around, good game. Nick Sanford is going to take a breather here. Eric Crittenden back into the game, the 6'7" sophomore, played well in the first half. Wiest hits the 2 free throws. He's got 11. And a 30-second timeout taken here by Elmhurst. 6 minutes have gone by here in this second half. Elmhurst leads it by 8, 59-51. We mentioned the rest of this month, Elmhurst will finish up its non-conference schedule. Blue Jays will be at Austin College on December 18th. They'll be at Stephen F. Austin on December 21st before they return home here to R.A. Fagenal Hall on New Year's Eve, December 31st, against the University of Dallas. That's a 3 o'clock tip-off against the University of Dallas. And then start of the new year, they open up CCIW play January 4th right here at R.A. Fagenal Hall against Illinois Wesleyan. 4 o'clock tip-off against the Titans on January 4th. Haywood holding up top, guarded by Coleman. Backus. Here's DeGear, left corner. Nice spin move, shot, no good. Backus battling for it, and he threw it off Ackerman, and it's going to be Fontbonne basketball. Pretty heads-up play there by Backus. They'll get a new 35-second shot clock. Haywood will inbound it here for Fontbonne. Backus getting out of there, giving some room for Haywood. Skip pass over here to DeGear. Makes a beautiful spin move, fades. Boy, a very tough shot. And the ball remains Fontbonne basketball. And a fresh 35-second shot clock for the Griffins. Heard Coach Baines yelling out, you gotta have the boards. Backus wanting to clear out. He wants someone to screen his man. Nice spin move, and the fade by Greenlee is way short. Boy, that was a tough shot. Coleman comes away with it. We got a whistle, and Coach Baines wants a timeout. He wants a 30-second timeout here. Coleman was in a little bit of trouble underneath the bucket, and so Coach Baines wants and gets a 30-second timeout here with 13:05 remaining in the game. Blue Jays lead is 8, 59-51. Mentioned earlier, Elmhurst riding a 5-game winning streak. Victories over Benedictine University, Lawrence, Webster, Kalamazoo, and last Sunday, I should say, against Trine University. Three-ball attempt by Ackerman is off the mark. Fontbonne pushing it up. Here's Haywood, and he's a little bit out of control. Tips it out, and the three-ball is good by Blake Welch. Welch has a dozen, and the Griffins are just trailing by 5 as they are hanging around here. But as I mentioned earlier, boy, the Blue Jays are used to close ball games. Again, other than that 15-point win over Lawrence, as that shot is no good. Ball loose. Ackerman having it, and ball is loose, and now we're going to have a held ball, and the possession arrow is going to favor Fontbonne. Other than that 15-point win over Lawrence, Elmhurst, all 6 of the other games have been decided by 5 points or less. Here's the battle for the rebound. Ackerman had it at that point, but the reach in and he had it stripped, and now bodies are flying. Haywood battling for it, Ackerman, and possession arrow going to Fontbonne. Tell you, got to give some credit to these Griffins, a very young team, as I mentioned earlier. They're battling and they're staying with the Blue Jays on the road. DeGear thought about the three, now instead drives, dishes it off, and a foul is going to be called. Greenlee will come to the line as Jared took it up strong to the hoop. Nice dish off by DeGear. Crittenden is going to get called for the foul, as you see the drive and the foul by Eric. And so Greenlee will shoot two. Greenlee is 2 for 2 from the free throw line, now make it 3 for 3 for the game. He's looking to get into double figures if he can make this free throw. He's got 10. 3 Griffins in double figures. And it's only a 3-point deficit for Fontbonne. 11:45 remaining. Wiest to Coleman. Ackerman will square up for the three. Back of the iron, no. Wiest battling, and he gets the offensive rebound. New 35-second shot clock for Elmhurst. Wiest drives, tried to dish it off to Nixon, but it's knocked away. Steal by Backus. Backus will take the three. He hits it, and he gets fouled by Ackerman. Wow. So Backus hits the three, and a chance for a 4-point play. We saw Blake Welch connect with a 4-point play in the first half for Fontbonne. Here's Backus calling for the ball, takes the three, Ackerman fouling him, and then you see Bryant holding up the palm of his hand saying, "Did I foul?" And the officials say, "Yes, you did." Wow. So that's 3 fouls on Bryant, and Backus with a chance to complete the 4-point play. It would be the second 4-point play of the game for Fontbonne, and it is. Wow. And with that free throw, Fontbonne takes the lead. Can you believe it? 60-59 Griffins as we approach the 11-minute mark of the second half. Sanford, spin move, may have walked, but they're going to call a foul. He got bailed out that time. Jared Greenlee going to get called for the personal. You see Nick a little bit out of control that time, but Greenlee pushed him. And that ball tipped around, finally taken down by Welch. Welch has it stripped by Harlan. Here's Wiest. 2-on-2, leans in, splits the defenders, no good. Sanford trying to save it. Finally, it's Welch coming away with it. Yeah, Wiest was a little bit out of control on that one. Greenlee going to the reverse, he lays it in. Jared Greenlee with a dozen, and looking over at Coach Baines, he does not call a timeout here, but we do have a whistle, and a foul is going to be called against Fontbonne. Brian Ackerman is back in for Wiest. Yada Demise, number 5, is back into the game for the Griffins. The foul, by the way, was on Dallas Haywood. That's his first. It's the 4th team foul. Boy, there's a steal. Welch comes away with it for Fontbonne. Both teams with 4 team fouls here in the second half. Haywood goes down on the floor to get the ball. Fontbonne by 3. It's the biggest lead of the game. Now the lead is 5 as Demise lays it in. Yada with 5. The Fontbonne lead is 5. And back at the other end, DeGear with some body. He's going to get called for the foul. his third. It's the 5th team foul. Let's take another look at it here as you see Eric with the pass from Baxter. And, I'm not sure where that foul was on. To be quite honestly, it looked like he got most of the ball. But first free throw is missed by Eric as Rucker into the game, Darius Rucker. Crittenden will have one more. Can't hit either free throw. Rebound to Rucker. Halfway through the second half, Blue Jays are going to have to come from behind. Oh, the putback is good by Rucker. No one there for the box out for the Blue Jays. (66-61). The lead is 5. Oh, check that now. It's 66-59. 66-59. 7-point lead for Fontbonne, and a whistle and a foul called. And this one is going to be on Rucker, his second. 6th team foul, so Ackerman to the line here. Let's take another look at it. There's the reach in by Rucker. And 2 shots are coming here for Ackerman. First one, nothing but net. That's Bryant's first point of the game. Will Nixon back into the game. Give the Blue Jays a little bit more rebounding, a little bit more power down low. Second free throw is good by Ackerman, so his 2 free throws bring the Blue Jays to within 5. 66-61. Blue Jays going to have to come from behind here at home to pull this one off. Blue Jays with that 5-game winning streak on the line here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Inside, left wide open is Jared Greenlee. And with every offensive possession, the Griffins are just getting more and more confident. 14 on the game for Jared Greenlee. He's had a good game, especially here in the second half. Knocked out of bounds to the Blue Jays, 23 on the shot clock. 68-61 Griffins. I'm Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here on BlueJayTV.com. It's going to be a battle here for the Blue Jays to come from behind and pull this one out. Baxter leans in, the floater is off the mark, but the putback is good by Nick Sanford. Sanford now with 20. He's the game's high scorer. Oh, the ball gets stuck between the rim and the backboard. Nixon just jumps up and taps it out. It's going to go to the Blue Jays on the alternate possession. All right, the Blue Jays with the ball, trailing by 5. Baxter pops out. This is Sanford. At the elbow is Nixon. Nixon, they're giving him that shot. He'll take it and he'll hit it. Will Nixon with 9, and the Blue Jays are within 3. 68-65. 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Stay with us, folks. This is going to be another good one. A 3-ball hit. Blake Welch. That is his 4th from downtown. He's got 15. Baxter with a spin move. Off the mark. Rebound taken down by Welch. Boy, Blake Welch has done a nice job off the bench. 15 points. 4 3-pointers in the game. 71-65. Fontbonne by 6. Greenlee. No. Rebound, though, to Rucker. No. Sanford with the rebound. Sanford gives it to Ackerman. Blue Jays pushing Ackerman to the left hand. No. The follow by Baxter is no good, but he got fouled. So Baxter should come to the line. The foul is on Welch, his second. Blue Jays doing a good job in transition. Ackerman pushing the tempo take another look at it. You see Ackerman splitting the defenders. His left-handed shot was no good, but Baxter was there on the follow, and he got hammered on the backside of his head there. Turns to the official, puts up his finger and says, yep, I'm the one. They fouled me. I'm shooting free throws. This is the guy you want at the free throw line for Elmhurst. A very good free throw shooter. Baxter, you can see the beautiful release. Nothing but net. 14 points on the game for Taylor Baxter. He's the second leading scorer for the Blue Jays behind Nick Sanford's 20. A free throw here by Baxter would bring the Blue Jays to within 4. $15 points for Baxter. 7 minutes remaining in the game. Fontbonne by 4. Ahern back up top to Backus. This is DeGeer. DeGeer picks up his dribble. He's in trouble. Now he gives it off to Welch. Backus wanting a screen. Backus will launch up the 3. It's short. Rebound to Harlan. Sanford doesn't have anything, gives it to Ackerman. Bryant will bring it out on top. They'll run the offense. Reaching by Backus. Sanford, wide open 15-footer, you bet. Nick Sanford with 22, and the Blue Jays are within 2. 71-69. Timeout taken by Coach Schaefer and the Griffins. A full timeout here. 6:13 remaining. Here's another look at the bucket by Nick Sanford. He's on the right-hand part of your screen. He's left wide open. You got to come out and close out. Nick will bury that 15-footer all game long. He's had the hot hand. 22 points for Nick Sanford here this afternoon. And the Blue Jays find themselves in another close battle. I mentioned 6 of their 7 games have been decided by 5 points or less, and you have a feeling that this game against Fontbonne is going to be no exception. If you missed the women's game earlier here on BlueJayTV.com, you missed a tremendous effort by Tethny Carrillo's Blue Jays. They defeated Fontbonne 89-48. Melanie Schwartman had 27 points in that ball game. Fiona McMahon had 11. Katie Swanson had 11. Claire Monroe came off the bench and had double figures with 10. As the women won their game today for Elmhurst, and the men trying to come from behind and make it a clean sweep against the Griffins. They find themselves trailing by just 2. Backus will inbound here for the Griffins. Still plenty of time. 6:13 left to play in regulation from R.A. Faginal Hall here on the campus of Elmhurst College in Elmhurst, Illinois. And once again, happy holidays, and we thank you so much for logging on, no matter where you are, to BlueJayTV.com. Ball tipped away by Sanford. Shot clock now at 6. Backus picks up his dribble. Welch splits a couple of defenders, kicks it out, and a whistle. They're going to call an offensive foul on Welch with just 2 seconds left on the shot clock. That's Welch's 3rd. Take another look at it here as you see Welch with the drive, and it looked like it was Nick Sanford there who came over and took the charge. So Ackerman is going to inbound it here. There's going to be some pressure by the Griffins. 5:44 remaining. Nixon comes up and gets the outlet. He dribbles himself across half court. Baxter picks up his dribble, looking for an outlet now, gives it to Ackerman. 5.5 minutes remaining in this one. Sanford makes the move. Nick leans in, counted, and the foul. The foul is on Jared Greenlee, his third. Nick Sanford to the line, where he will look to complete the three-point play. 24 points for Sanford as you see him drive, lean in, the foul on Greenlee. Nick Sanford wears number 25 on the back of his jersey, and he now has 25 points. So 25 for number 25. More importantly, though, that free throw gave his Blue Jays the lead. Oh, Haywood almost carried the ball. Crowd, a little bit of a ooh. Haywood, though, with a nice bounce pass and kind of an awkward shot by Greenlee, but Jared knew he was going to get fouled as he got the defender in the air, and he got hammered, and he'll come to the line to shoot two here. Boy, Nick Sanford with a big three. Here's a nice little bounce pass there by Haywood, and Greenlee is going to come back to the line where he is a perfect 4 for 4. Sanford, by the way, with a personal foul, his second. Greenlee with a nice stroke from the free throw line. Perfect 5 for 5. He's got 15 points. He's had a strong game for the Griffins here today. He's a perfect 6 for 6. Beautiful form from the foul line as we see Pat Coleman come into the game replacing the freshman Tucker Harlan. So it's Fontbonne by 1, 73-72. 5 minutes remaining. Mark Kruger bringing you all the action here on BlueJayTV.com, and a blocking foul on DeGear. 4:54 remaining. That's the 10th team foul, so 2 free throws forthcoming here. DeGear's 4th. Take another look at it here. Ackerman driving left baseline. DeGear couldn't quite get there, and they call a blocking foul. So Bryant Ackerman, who is 2 for 2 from the free throw line, he'll have 2 more. Back into the game for Fontbonne, Darius Rucker, and Kyle Wiest returns for Elmhurst. Wiest replaces Baxter. Elmhurst in the second half, 10 of 11 from the foul line. Elmhurst by 1, 74-73 as we seesaw back and forth. 4:40 remaining. Welch, up top, this is Haywood. Greenlee left wide open for the 3, he thought about it. 7 on the shot clock now. Haywood drives, kicks it out. Wiest knocked it out of bounds with just 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Who's going to inbound it? Now finally Welch trots over, and he's going to inbound it here for Fontbonne. Again, only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Rucker makes the move, and he traveled. Good defense by Nick Sanford as Rucker tried to make the move on Nick, but Nick did a good job of moving his feet defensively, and he forced the traveling violation. Blue Jays with the ball in the 1-point lead. Here's Sanford. Oh, I thought he was going to take that shot. Instead, drives, blocking foul, and the bucket. Another opportunity for Nick Sanford to complete the 3-point play. What a game Nick Sanford is having. Take another look. You see he had the wide open shot at the elbow, but he decides to drive and take it in all the way. The foul is going to be called on Darius Rucker, his 3rd. Tremendous body control by Nick Sanford as he just went around Rucker, the defender. He completes the 3-point play. He's got 28 points, but more importantly, the Blue Jays lead is now 4 as we come up on the 4-minute mark. Here's Backus working on Ackerman. Kicks it out to Haywood. Back to Backus. Backus backing in on Ackerman. Oh, that's a tough half hook shot there by Backus, but he gets it to go. 11 points for Orkin Backus. It's a 2-point lead for the Blue Jays, 77-75. 3.5 minutes remaining. Sanford, he's been unstoppable in this second half. Wiest kicks it out. Ackerman for three. Yes! Bryant Ackerman hits the triple. The lead is up to 5 for the Blue Jays. Greenlee going to work at the other end. Yes! And the foul. Jared Greenlee answers at the other end. Will Nixon getting called for the foul. That's his third. Take another look at it as you see Greenlee going to work on Nixon. There's the body contact on Will. Count the bucket and the foul. Beautiful move by Jared Greenlee. 18 points on the night for Greenlee. Make it 19, and here's the three. Boy, this was a big shot. Bryant Ackerman left wide open. Gets his feet underneath him, and nothing but net for Ackerman. 80-78, Blue Jays by 2. Ooh, near steal that time. Sanford going to work. Rebound, Greenlee. And now an opportunity for Fontbonne to tie it up, or perhaps take the lead with a three. Here's Backus, he's guarded by Sanford. 2.5 minutes remaining now in regulation. DeGear with a tough shot. No good, ball is loose. Wiest comes away with it. Still loose, and they're saying it was off of Welch. It'll be Blue Jay basketball. Good hustle by Kyle. Kyle to inbound it for the Blue Jays. Wiest for three, front of the iron, that's no good, but Nixon gets the rebound and a new shot clock and a foul on Haywood. Wow, Dallas Haywood with not a very good foul, fouling Nixon about 20 feet away from the bucket, and they're in the super bonus now, so Nixon will shoot two. Take another look at it here, the good hustle by Nixon, and there's the foul right there by Haywood about 25 feet away from the bucket. Now, timeout taken by John Baines and the Blue Jays here. Wow, 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the ballgame. A full timeout taken by Elmhurst here as they're going to talk things over. 80-78 in favor of the Blue Jays. And I mentioned earlier this is turning into another close ball game, but that is to be expected. 6 of the 7 Blue Jay basketball games have been decided by 5 points or less. And right now, it's the Blue Jays by 2 with just a little over 2 minutes to go. Nick Sanford has just been absolutely amazing here in this game. He's got 28 points, 16 points coming in this second half. Couple of three-point plays in this second half. And he, no question, has been the player of the game for the Blue Jays. Although Taylor Baxter has had a nice game as well. He's got 15 points. Kyle Wiest also in double figures for the Blue Jays. Kyle with 11. Bryant Ackerman has 7. He hit that big three ball a moment ago. So it'll be Will Nixon to the free throw line. Will has 9 points on the game. He's a perfect 3 for 3 from the foul line in the game. Crucial free throws coming. He'll have 2. 6 team fouls for Elmhurst. Chance for Will to get into double figures here. Hits the first. Will Nixon, a sophomore out of Plainfield South. Ten points on the game for Nixon, and now he's got 11 points. 82-78, 2-possession game. Although for Fontbonne, they've had a couple of 4-point plays in this game, so. Oh, backdoor cut, beautifully done by Backus. No one home on the weak side for Elmhurst, and we're back to a 2-point game. 82-80, 140 remaining. Critical possession here for the Blue Jays. I would think you would get the ball, try to get the ball to Nick Sanford. Ackerman, though, is going to try for the 3, and he buries it. Oh, my. 2 3-balls by Bryant Ackerman. The lead is 5 for the Blue Jays. 85-80. 120 to go. Greenlee makes the move on Nixon. Kicks it out. 3-ball by Backus. No! And the rebound to Nixon. Blue Jays will try to run some clock here. Huge possession. 1 minute remaining, Blue Jays by 5, and yeah, they're gonna take a lot of this clock down. 15 on the shot clock, 54 on the game clock. Nick Sanford gets it to Coleman, 10 now on the shot clock. Need to get a good look. Sanford will launch up a 3. That one's no good. DeGear with the rebound. Still life for Fontbonne. Backus will fire up a 3. It's no good. Wiest with the rebound. Wiest between the leg dribble now picks up his dribble and he gets fouled in the backcourt. 26 and 8/10 seconds remaining. Welch's foul, that is his 4th. And a timeout taken by Fontbonne as we take another look at the beautiful backdoor cut by Orkin Backus. Nicely done for the layup. And then Bryant Ackerman, cold as ice, buries the 3, his second triple of the second half. Ackerman now in double figures with 10. That was a huge 3 to give the Blue Jays a 5-point lead. And now with just 26 and 8/10 seconds remaining, Kyle Wiest got fouled in the backcourt, so Fontbonne in the double bonus, actually Elmhurst in the double bonus, so Wiest will be shooting 2 free throws. Kyle Wiest, by the way, if you're wondering, is a perfect 2 for 2 from the foul line in this game, so a great opportunity here for the Blue Jays to come away with a victory and extend their winning streak to 6. But there's still 26 seconds remaining. Again, earlier today in the first game of our doubleheader, the women of Elmhurst defeated Fontbonne 89-48, 27 points by Melanie Schwartman. And here in the second game of our doubleheader, the men are looking to hold on and knock off a pesky Griffins ball club. Wiest will have 2 free throws here. Blue Jays by 5. And this to make it a 3-possession game and almost put the nail in the coffin here. There it is, 2 free throws by Wiest. He's got 13. It's a 7-point Blue Jay lead. You certainly do not want to foul. Let the clock wind down. 20 seconds. DeGear will launch up the 3. It's well short. Ackerman gets fouled and he's fouled by Greenlee. That's his 4th. Ackerman back to the line. He'll shoot 2. He is a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line, and it looks like the Blue Jays will survive. It was a hard-fought victory. Fontbonne put up a battle, no question about it. Free throw is good by Ackerman. He's 5 for 5 now from the the foul line. He's got 11, all 11 of his points coming in the second half. Yada Demise is back into the game, number 5 for Fontbonne, good three-point shooter. Second free throw coming by Ackerman is good. Bryant with 12, all 12 coming in the second half. It's a 9-point lead, 13 seconds remaining. Haywood picks up his dribbles, 8 seconds remaining. Demise, he buries the three. And a timeout taken by Coach Schaefer and Fontbonne with 5 and 8/10 seconds remaining. It's a 6-point Blue Jay lead. Want to thank our entire crew. Paul Crone, the Director of Athletics here at Elmhurst College, Kevin Juday, Glenn Liljeberg, Phil Petrosic. My name is Mark Kruger. Thank you so much. I tell you, it's been a joy here this afternoon being at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Great halftime festivities. And hopefully a couple of Blue Jay victories. There's still 5 and 8/10 seconds left in this men's game, but a great afternoon of basketball here from Elmhurst College, and we hope you've enjoyed it as well and as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. Blue Jays looking to go to 6-2 on the year and extend the winning streak, as I mentioned, to 6. Kyle Weiss will inbound it here, and sure Fontbonne, if they do not get the steal off the inbounds, going to try to foul immediately as they get it to Ackerman, a good free throw shooter. And Welch immediately fouls him. That's going to be the fifth foul on Blake Welch, so he's going to foul out of the game with 15 points. 4 field goals from downtown for Blake Welch. So a good ball game from him. Bryant Ackerman back to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 more. Again, as I mentioned, Bryant is a perfect 6 for 6 from the foul line here in the game. Leading scorer for Fontbonne, Jared Greenlee, he had 19. Boy, nothing but net from Bryant Ackerman. He could sit on that free throw line and make those free throws all day long, it seems. Second free throw is also nothing but net. He is a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line. He's got 14 points, all 14 coming in the second half. Haywood will take it all the way. The floater at the buzzer is no good. And a hard-fought victory, to say the least, for the Elmhurst College Blue Jays as they escape with the victory as they knock off Fontbonne University here this afternoon by a score of 91-83. Leading the way for Elmhurst was Nick Sanford. He had a game-high 28 points, 16 of those coming in the second half. Also in double figures, Taylor Baxter had 15. Bryant Ackerman had 14, all 14 of those points coming in the second half. Kyle Weiss had 13. Leading the way for the Griffins of Fontbonne was Jared Greenlee. He had 19. Blake Welch had 15. And Orkin Bakis, he was in double figures as well. He had 13 points for the Griffins in the losing effort. So the Blue Jays now up the overall record to 6-2. Fontbonne drops to 1-6. So that will do it from R.A. Fagnall Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College. For our entire crew, this is Mark Kruger. Have a happy and healthy holiday season. Once again, the 2 finals here this afternoon. The women, Elmhurst wins 89-48, followed up by the men, Elmhurst winning that ball game 91-83. My name is Mark Kruger. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. So long, everybody.